stated earlier, there are a number of items that are attached to the backup material in regard to the differences between a general law city and a charter city. Most of them are what maybe some of you would consider not very important, although I think depending on the situation, certainly I'll just point to one, the rules governing procedures and decorum. Obviously we're covered under a general law city and a charter city under the Brown Act, and conflict of interest laws that we all file in regard to our 700 forms and how we have to recuse ourselves. You'll just notice as an example, under a charter city, you may provide provisions related to increased ethical standards, conflicts, campaign financing, and incompatibility of office. So while that may not be the major driving force, it is an example of one of the many items as you go through that you can use under a charter city that you're not allowed to do under the general law city. The two significant issues I think that were addressed during the committee were the issue of prevailing wage with local tax dollars, local general funds, and the item of design build and not having to always follow public contracting bidding. The way you do that in the way it's explained in the charters that we reviewed is you would not specify that type of situation in the charter directly, but the council and city staff would set up procedures of how we would require RFQs, design build. Significantly, where that issue comes into play is we're due an RFP, we get a contract, and what we invariably get on public projects is significant amount of change orders. And as all of us 5 members of the council are aware, we approve change orders, I wouldn't say every meeting, but certainly that's about every project that we do. And it goes to significantly increase the cost. Whether they're valid, we can have that debate that can go on for forever. Significantly, due to design and build, they're responsible for that. They design it, build, it meets our standards, they're responsible until they complete the project for you. So that's the flexibility in regard to design build. When it comes to public funds, the prevailing wage issue, it all certainly boils down to, and I'll emphasize, if this is state monies or federal monies, for instance, monies coming out of the federal stimulus package, which this council discussed of getting about $800,000 to complete double, that would not be eligible, have to follow state and federal laws in regard to prevailing wage. If you were to use local monies, which would be general fund monies, you would not be required to do such. You could set standards. You could do all kinds of things. You can include in your charter a provision that would require the city to pay prevailing wage on the use of state funds, federal funds, and local funds. That would certainly be an option. Although, as I think we'll discuss, those are the two significant: the design build and public contracting bidding requirements and prevailing wage.
Okay, we're going to do this one a little bit different since we have so many that want to address this issue. I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Walker. There's a list of people who just want to recognize that they are opposed to it. They didn't get up to say anything, so we're going to acknowledge them.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I would like to disclose that I did meet with, at their request, Mr. Eric Reyes and Mr. Mays. They did contact me outside, and we went to lunch. I paid for my own lunch. If they were going to buy, I would have ordered more. But what I'm going to do is I have a number of slips here from individuals who are opposed to the task force recommendation but have indicated that they do not wish to speak. But what I am going to ask that you do is, as I read your name, if you would please let us verify that you are present. Jose Beltran from San Diego. Mr. Beltran here. You'll let me know if you can see. Mr. Luis Gonzalez from Chula Vista. Mr. Mr. Jose Sotelo from San Diego. Mr. Alberto Pena from San Diego. Mr. Ricardo Rivera from El Centro. Okay. I'm going to modify your speaker slip in and put you in another file. Mr. Eric Reyes from Raleigh. Mr. Reyes, you did not want to speak.
I did, but I didn't know I marked it. Sorry about that.
And then we'll do,
Sure, speak.
we'll get to you in a minute, please. Isidro Oporte, and you did not wish to speak, correct? From Heber. Okay. Mr. Ruben Ruiz from El Centro. And Mr. Cesar Cabrera from El Centro. And you also did not wish to speak. We have, and those were all in opposition. No, these three present. And these four in opposition who are not currently in attendance. I have a number of others who have indicated that they are in opposition to the recommendation, but who also do not want to speak. If you could just let us know. Mr. Gary Salas?
Yes, I want to speak.
Mr. Tom Gutierrez?
Yes, I want to speak.
Mr. Ramon Castro from Raleigh?
Yes, I would like to speak.
Mr. Ruben Serrano?
No, that's fine. You probably going to say what I'm
Okay. I'll indicate that you are in opposition to the recommendation but do not wish to speak. Mr. Jose Miranda? From
Yes, I want to speak.
Francisco Delgado? Did you wish to speak, sir? No? Note your opposition that she will not be speaking. Ricardo Ochoa?
Yes, I wish to speak.
Mr. Ryan Mims from El Centro?
Yes.
Mr. Ruben Batista?
Oh, you don't like that? It's been more.
I'll note opposition and will not be speaking. And Mr. Barnes, I guess that means you will be speaking.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnny Pride?
Yes.
You wish to speak. Mr. Sterling Mays?
Sure.
Briefly.
Yes.
Daniel?
Okay.
Lang?
Would like to speak.
And I have one slip from a Ricardo Sanchez that did not indicate which item they would wish to speak on. Mr. Ricardo Sanchez?
Well, Mr. President, they asked a public comment completely separate from this.
Thank you, Mr. Okay. And we do have three speakers, one that would like to speak in favor of the recommendation, Mr. Desert, and then two people that would like to make just general comments, Ms. Juanita Salas and Mr. Bill Dubois. How would you like to proceed? All right. Why don't we start then with, please, Mr. Matt Desert, speaking in favor of the recommendation.
Thank you, Council. Matt Desert, resident of El Centro, 47-year resident of El Centro. Growing up in El Centro, riding my bicycle, driving the cars around this town, tractors, and